you're sitting cross-legged, you want your palms open.
Like this?
Yep. I keep my palms closed to the side. Yes. Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. Once more, we have our two beautiful guests. To my immediate right, Judy Jacob, and to my immediate left, Janet Oldenbrook. Thank you, Judy and Janet. Thank you once again for being here with us today. You may notice that Janet and Judy are sitting cross-legged, so they have their palms, their forefinger and their thumbs touching, and their palms facing out. I'm sitting on my heels with my knees close together, so my palms are facing down. I still have my forefinger and thumb. These are called mudras. These are called gestures or mudras, and mudras simply help internalize the experience. So when you go into a meditative posture, you may want to try one of these. If you're sitting on your heels, keep your palms facing down. And if you're sitting cross-legged, as Judy and Janet are, keep your palms facing out. Now with that lesson, we're going to go straight into the sciatica sequence. First of all, it's important for us to recognize what is sciatica. Sciatica is pain due to nerve pressure or inflammation of a large nerve that runs down our back, and right from the sacrum area, it divides into two, goes right down the back of our legs all the way down the calves. Sometimes the vertebrae are the little the bones that actually protect the spinal cord in the center. So sometimes the vertebrae may be a little bit misaligned, in which case the spine actually comes out, it gets herniated, and you feel a pressure, you feel a pinching of your nerves. You feel that pressure. Now, some of the causes of sciatica are pressure on the nerve root, sometimes could be due to trauma, injury, or strain on one or both of the legs. You could experience sciatic pain on just one leg. It could be on both legs. Judy, did you mention that you knew someone, or did you experience sciatic pain on one leg?
Yes, in one leg. I was in a car accident, and then I experienced it very strongly.
Right. So when you do the stretches, and especially if you counter the pain and you stretch in the opposite direction of where you have your pain, you will feel a kind of a relief.
Okay.
And what we are really doing, when we stretch that way, what we're really doing is you're giving room for the spine to start straightening itself. You're making the nerves get back into its little capsule, into the vertebral column. You want your nerves to be strong and healthy. You want it to be protected. Now, tightness, numbness, a tingling, pain, tenderness, and weakness, these are all some of the symptoms that you may experience when you have sciatic pain. Now, what we have between the vertebrae, between those little structures, what your chiropractor calls the L1, L2, they have all those terms. L is a lumbar region, and they have numbers for the names. And then you have lumbar is in the upper back, and then you have cervical, C1, C2. So they have different numbers for different bones. What it just means is in between each of these bones, we have a kind of a gel-like cushion, and when that either wears off or it's not adequate enough, you feel a kind of a pinching, and your nerves start coming out of there. So you want to be careful. They act as shock absorbers between our vertebrae. So any unnatural compacting of the spine, so let's say we sit and watch TV all the time, all slouched up, that could cause that misalignment, and we want to be very careful. Or we sit at a desk all the time and we're sitting on our hamstrings and the sciatic nerves. You want to release that pressure, and you want to let the blood flow freely. So we want to make sure we're not always compressing or sitting and causing any lack of circulation. You want to make sure your blood flows freely. So postures that stretch the lower back or the inner thigh. And this time, contrary to the last episode where we needed to keep our legs together, today we may have a lot of pelvic stretches. So we are going to stretch and go into very wide stances, and you will feel a wonderful release. Judy, I hope you will enjoy this episode. And sciatic pain sometimes can be, it can be pretty bad. It can be pretty bad, and it really stops you from doing a lot of things because your mind is focused on relieving that pain. It's unlike any other pain. If you have diabetes, asthma, whatever else you have, you're confident that if you take some kind of medication. With sciatica, it's very difficult. You really have to stretch, you have to exercise, stretch your muscles to feel some relief. There is a kind of breath, there is a specific, ailment-specific breath called Shanmukhi. Shanmukhi mudra. Shanmukhi means sealing posture, and it's considered very effective for relieving sciatic pain. I'm going to have to take off my fancy glasses for this. Shanmukh is actually a conch. So what you're going to do is take your 5 fingers, place, and what you're really doing is closing all the nerve endings. You place your forefinger just under your eyebrow, your middle finger is over your nostril, just the point where, this point where your nostril flares out, and then your 3rd finger is over your upper lip, and the 4th finger below your lower lip, and the 5th, the thumb, is over your ears. All you do is first release your fingers very gently. Keep them in position. Take your elbows to the side. Inhale, and then you press all those fingers in, not too tight, just enough to keep the air in. Inhale, and then press and hold the air in. Release your fingers. Exhale. Try that one more time. Keep your fingers in position. Press in. What we are doing in this kind of breathing is, if you notice, and like I said previously, yoga is all about common sense. If you notice, when you're pressing right under the eyebrows, you're pressing on the optic nerves. You press here. You're pressing on the nerves that lead to your nose. This is for your mouth, upper jaw, lower jaw, and your ears. So all your sensations, all the air that you take in are contained within yourself. They start to refresh your organs and your glands, and you're holding it in, so you actually refresh your nerves. Especially your nerves need to feel that sensation of fresh air oxygenating your blood and taking all that wonderful energy. We are going to start on a sciatic specific sequence. It's a lot of pelvic stretches, some forward bends, probably a lot of forward bends actually. Okay. We're going to use this little cheat sheet in front of us. Feel free, Judy and Janet, whenever you feel our viewers need to see us in profile, please feel free to step up. And actually, would you like to volunteer? Okay, let's do it in order. So we'll do the first 4 postures with Janet up there. I'm going to take, yeah, that's fine, that's good. Heels together, toes slightly apart. I'm going to stagger back just a little bit. Inhale. We're going to go into an intense forward bend. It's simply Padahasta, hands to feet. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Palms turn in. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way up. Look up. Now hold for just a second and then fold from the hip. Come all the way down. Keep exhaling. You can go down all the way down as Janet has, or keep your hands on the floor. You can try to touch the toes, or you can come to your ankles. Wherever you reach today is fine. That is what you need to do, is just do the best you can. Now hold. In this stretch, you should feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch in the back of your upper thighs. Do you feel it, Judy?
I do.
Yeah, you do, Janet. How about you? You definitely should feel it too, Janet. So you should feel this wonderful stretch. It's very relaxing in a way. If you already are in pain, it's really relaxing. Let's inhale, come back up. Keep your back straight. When your arms are up, exhale, release your arms. Let's turn to the side. Let's go sideways. We're going to go into Virabhadra, brave warrior. Let's stretch our legs about 3 feet apart. Stay there. Stretch your legs 3 feet apart. Put your brakes in. Turn your left foot in. Your left toes in. Take your right toes out. we're going to bend the right knee. Okay. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down, keep it there. Exhale, bend your right knee, look to your right, keep exhaling. This is a very favorite posture for a lot of people that I've worked with. They love it because you have this delicious stretch on the inside of your right thigh and the left thigh when you go in there. Inhale, come up. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. And this time I'm going to turn. Judy, let's turn this way so we can show them. And as Janet is demonstrating as well. Okay, now your left foot is out. Right foot has the brakes on. Exhale, bend your right leg as you exhale. I'm sorry, did I say right, left leg? Thank you. I think Judy and Janet understood. Exhale as you bend your left leg and look to the left. Very nice. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale. Let's stay in that position, but this time we'll take your left foot back in, turn your right foot out, exhale, and we are going to go directly from Virabhadra to Trikonasana. Probably could have done that first, but that's okay. Exhale and bend your right knee. Keep bending and lower your right arm all the way in front of your right leg. Left arm goes up, palm facing forward. Hold. Inhale. Come up. Let's come up to shoulder height. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. Exhale, bend your left knee. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling, bring your left arm all the way down in front of your left ankle. Raise your right arm, look up to the right and hold. Remember, you should feel a wonderful stretch. And if you're in a little bit of pain, it's okay. Inhale, come up. As long as you're not tearing any muscles, no rips and tears. Let's release. Exhale, bring our arms down to the ground. Let's keep our feet where they are. Let's put our brakes on. This time, I'm going to come on Janet's mat. Judy, you may want to turn this side. Janet, you're fine where you are. We'll do 8 postures each so folks can see each one of us. Keep our feet apart, as far apart as you can. Put your brakes on. Remember, bring your toes in. When you have your stance so wide, you don't want to slip, so put your brakes on. Your feet are wide apart. The taller you are, the wider you go. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Take your arms all the way up. Turn your palms in. Take your arms. Keep inhaling. Now, you're going to fold from the hip. As you exhale, bring your palms in front of you. Keep going down. Place your palms on the floor between your legs. Once you have made the connection with the floor, you can wiggle your feet further apart if you want to. Keep exhaling. Feel a wonderful, wonderful pelvic stretch. Bend your elbows to give you the balance. Inhale, come back up. Pause at midpoint. Wiggle your feet. Now that you want to be safe, so wiggle your feet a little closer. Now you can take your hands off the floor. Inhale, bring your arms in front of you. Keep inhaling. Go all the way up. Exhale. Release. Thank you, Janet. How did you feel?
Good.
Felt good, right? The pelvic stretches are so wonderful.
Nice stretches, very nice.
Yeah. Ardha Chandra. Now, Ardha Chandra is half moon, and in the half moon that we are going to demonstrate, you'd wonder, where is the pelvic stretch? This is not necessarily a pelvic stretch, but you do feel a nice stretch on one side and then the other. So we're going to take advantage of this stretch as well. Heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to the side. Keep going up to shoulder height and then turn your palms in. Go all the way overhead. Look up. And this time, as we exhale, we're going to dip our torso to the right and then to the left. And when you do that, make sure that your hips stay where they are. You just want to dip and feel the stretch. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your arms. Get your feet about 12 inches apart. We're going to go into what's called Kati Chakra. Again, Kati Chakra is spinning wheel. Chakra is a wheel, and Kati is simply spinning around like a like a vortex. So again, your toes are in. This is not a balanced posture, so it's okay to keep your toes as you want. Just for the sake of focus, let's keep it facing in. Place your palms in front of your chest. Place your hands in front of your chest, palms facing down. And as you go, first you will exhale, extend your right arm and exhale to the right forcefully. Turn your body, bring your right arm back, exhale to the left. Inhale, come back up. One more time. Inhale, come back, exhale. Now, one last time, but we're going to do it a slightly different way. This time, we're going to take our hips with us, and I want you to feel the difference. Now, to the right first. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left. Now, exhale, let's release our arms. Did you feel a difference between both the different techniques? One, you don't take your hips with you, and the other, you take your hips with you. Did you feel some kind of a difference? I noticed it.
Very free. It was a very
You-
free feeling.
You're getting addicted to it. You're
Yeah.
getting a high on that. But yes, and also our viewers should recognize this too, that when you take your hips with you, we tend to move further back.
Yes.
And that's good in the sciatic posture, sciatic specific postures, because you want to give a nice stretch to both sides. But when we are addressing the other ailments that we addressed, and when you want to just target the obliques, you don't move your hips. In a typical Kati Chakra, you don't move your hips. But we want to stretch the sciatic nerves. We're going to go into Tula Danda. Tula Danda is balancing scales, heels together, toes slightly apart. I'm going to stagger back. Judy actually would, no,
Yeah.
we'll go into the next few, in the seated ones. You can come in there. Okay. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down, and then turn them in, go all the way up. This time, clasp your palms together. And I'm going to try avoiding the curtains behind us. So we're going to exhale, dip our torso, lift our left leg up first. Now, as deep as you want is fine. Try not to go lower. Your arms should not go lower than your legs. It's okay if your legs are lower. That's fine. Inhale. Let's come back up. Look at a point in front of you that does not move. It'll help improve our balance. Exhale and dip your torso. Lift your right leg off the ground. Hold. Inhale. Let's come back up. Release your right leg, then release your arms. Let's go directly into Uttita Pada. Uttita means raised. If you remember the Latin root, U for up, Uttita means raised. So any word in Sanskrit, any posture that has the word Uttita means it's raised or lifted. So let's try that. Let's lift our left leg first. So transfer your weight to your right leg. Bend your left knee very slowly. As you come nearer your ankle, with your left hand, grab hold of your left big toe. Yes, now exhale and try to extend your left leg. Focus. If you lose focus and come out, that's fine. Come right back in. Inhale, release. Release the left leg. Now, transfer the weight to your right leg. Bend to your left leg, bend your left knee, lift your right knee, lift your right foot off the ground, hold your right big toe with your right hand, and whenever you're ready, extend your leg. Now, if you want to go deeper into this stretch and you're very comfortable today, you might want to take it sideways, but I don't think I'm going to venture there just yet. Very nice. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Wherever you are today, it should be the best place to be. I remember once Judy told me, it's okay to be average. No, it's okay to be mediocre, but it's not okay to be average. Is that right? The other way. It's okay to be average. It's not okay to be mediocre. Meaning that it's okay to be not fantastic, but as long as you've done your best for the day. So that's the policy. Thank you, Judy. That's what we're going to follow. We're going to do the best we can each time. Natraj posture. Natraj, a dancer's pose. Again, it's another balanced posture. Look at that point in front of, any point in front of you that doesn't move. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Hold your ankle from behind. Hold your left ankle with your left hand from behind. All right, whenever we are ready, and then you can either place your right hand on your hip or raise your right arm for balance. And when you're ready, and if you think you want to be a little adventurous today, dip your torso, lift your knee, keep exhaling. You should feel wonderful quadricep stretch in this as well. Inhale, come back up. You know what? I'm going to come this side for you. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to.
No, I want you to feel the stretch. Yeah, nice. Very nice. And keep your hand on your hip. For our viewers out there, some days may feel a little different. Very nice. Just lift your knee off the floor. Very nice. Inhale, come back up. All right, let's try the other leg. Now I forgot. Which leg were we doing? We lifted the left one. Okay. Transfer the weight onto your left leg this time. We're going to lift our right leg. Grab your right ankle from behind with your right hand. Place your left hand on your hip, or you can raise it up for balance. Exhale as you dip your torso. Your upper body goes down. Raise your right knee. Keep exhaling. Focus in front of you. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let's see how we're going.
We fall.
Yeah, sometimes inhale, come back up, and release. Some days we are more balanced, some days we are stronger. Each day our body is different in different regions. Some days we just feel we're very strong, we want to go into back bends. Like you were very good with your back bends the other day, I remember that. And I remember your balance is very good today. So it's good for us to recognize that each day we are different. I know I need to tighten my core muscles, especially in the full boat posture. I'm working on it. We'll get there. Okay, let's go into Uttanasana. Uttanasana is a standing forward fold. I'm looking at my cheat sheet down there, so keep your heels together, toes slightly apart. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down, and then palms face in. Go all the way up. This time, hold your opposite elbows overhead. Make sure your head comes forward. Exhale, fold from the hip. Uttan is also called ragdoll. Keep your back straight. Again, this is a wonderful sciatic stretch. You should really feel a delicious stretch in the back of your thighs. Inhale, keep your back straight, come up. Release your arms. There are two ways. Different schools teach you to come up differently from this posture. Because this is a sciatic stretch, we're going to keep our back straight. But sometimes schools may teach you once you're down here, they ask you to roll back up. That's fine too, but you may not feel the intensity as much because this is a sciatic specific sequence. We're going to come back with our back straight. All right, we probably could have gone down all the way. So heels together, toes slightly apart, arms overhead. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale. This time, place your palms about 2 feet ahead of you and then take your feet back about 2 feet. So you are in Parvatasana. Parvat is mountain. Make sure your heels touch the ground, and you will get the maximum benefit out of this posture if you try to get your heels to the ground. If you're not ready for that today, that's fine. And if you still want to feel that intensity, bring your arms back, bring your hands back closer to your heels, and your heels will go down closer to your heels, to your feet. Hold. It's also a wonderful resting posture. Okay, we're going to bring our feet closer now to our arms, and then very gently bring our right leg in front between our hands. Bring our left knee down, going straight into Parsva-Kona Namaskara. Parsva-Kona is prayer, and Namaskara is prayer. Parsva-Kona is a twist. It's a prayer twist. Dip your hip, and notice how Janet and Judy are not going to get their knees too far forward. Now, if that means that your pelvis won't dip, then take the liberty of wiggling your foot a little forward. Then you can dip your hip and you can get your knees safely behind the toes. Okay. Now you have your right knee out. So inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, take your left elbow over your right knee. Make sure your toes are flat. Place your right palm over your left palm and look up. Hold and release. Let's switch legs. We have about 3 minutes to go. I think we're doing beautifully. Let's take the right leg back. Left leg comes forward. First, I want you to feel the intensity of the hip dipping. So let's dip our hip and feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch in your right quadriceps, and you should feel in your left hamstrings as well. Okay, now your left knee is up. So inhale your right arm up. Exhale, bring your right elbow over your left knee. Place your left palm over your right palm and look up to the left. Inhale and release. Let's come directly into Janu Asana as gracefully as we can with our one leg extended. So let's extend the left leg out, right heel is tucked into your left groin or the inner left thigh. Inhale, make sure your knees are down as deep as you can take them. And if you feel your knees are not going to touch the ground today, you can place a brick or a little towel, anything. Just make sure you have the connection so you don't feel a strain. Very nice. Okay, let's inhale. Take our arms up, overhead. Exhale, fold from the hip. Wrap your hands around the soles of your feet or at your ankles or knees, wherever it is. Now, if you're fortunate enough to be able to touch your forehead to your knee, that's what Janu Sirsha means. Sirsha is head, Janu is knee. Keep exhaling and you'll find you go further every day. If you wish, you can bend your knee just a little bit, but that might defeat the purpose of today's sequence. So let's not bend the knees. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release, extend the right leg out, take your left leg in, tuck the left heel into your right groin. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms down. Keep inhaling, take it all the way up, fold from the hip, exhale. Hold. Inhale, come back up. And this time we are going to go directly into plow posture. That will be our closing posture for today. Let's all face, take our heads to the camera. Let's go in supine position and go into plow. For those of you who are interested in joining us, visit my website, www.yogaxpress.com. Palms facing flat on the ground under your butt for leverage. Inhale, bring your legs up, and then heave your butt off the floor. As far back as you can go is fine. The idea is to get deeper and deeper into the stretches every day. We don't have to do everything in one day. Breathe. Do not move your neck from side to side. Inhale. Release very gently. Bring your legs back down. And relax. Relax. Thank you so much. Judy and Janet, you folks were wonderful.
Thank you.
And if we haven't already reminded you, and I think cameras are off because we're out of focus, we're done, right?
Yeah.
We're still on. I wasn't sure. I was going to